Hey everyone, welcome back to Behind Basics. Today we're talking about a food that's as American as baseball and the 4th of July. The hot dog. But did you know that the history of hot dogs is way more interesting than just a quick snack? We're going to take a deep dive into where hot dogs come from, how they became so popular, and all the fun twists along the way. So let's get into it. Our story starts way before hot dogs were even a thing. We've got to go all the way back to ancient times. Yeah, we're talking about 9th century BCE. Sausages, the ancestor of the hot dog, have been around for thousands of years. The Greeks, Romans, and Babylonians all had their own versions. They used sausage making as a way to preserve meat, and these early sausages were often made with spices, herbs, and various cuts of meat. These early sausages were a staple in many cultures, and they spread across Europe over the centuries. By the time we hit the Middle Ages, sausages were popular in Germany, where they really started to take on the form we recognize today. Now, let's fast forward to the 13th century in Germany. In the city of Frankfurt, they started making a sausage that became known as the Frankfurter. It was a bit different from what we think of as a hot dog today, but this is where the name comes from. Then we've got Vienna, Austria, where the Wiener comes into play. In fact, Wiener is just the German word for Viennese. So when you're eating a Wiener, you're technically eating a Viennese sausage. Both of these sausages made their way to America with German and Austrian immigrants in the 1800s, setting the stage for the hot dog's big debut. The hot dog as we know it really started to take shape in the United States. German immigrants brought their beloved sausages to American shores in the 19th century, especially to cities like New York and Chicago. But the big question is, how did the sausage end up in a bun? Enter Coney Island, New York in the late 1800s. A German immigrant named Charles Feltman is credited with putting a sausage in a bun for the first time, making it easier for people to eat on the go. His hot dog stand became incredibly popular, and the hot dog started to gain fame as a quick, tasty snack. Now let's talk about baseball. Hot dogs and baseball are a match made in heaven. But how did that happen? In the early 1900s, vendors started selling hot dogs at baseball games, making them the perfect food to enjoy while watching America's pastime. By the 1920s, hot dogs were practically synonymous with baseball. During this time, the hot dog was also becoming more mainstream in American culture. Companies like Oscar Mayer started mass-producing hot dogs, and soon they were a staple at family cookouts, summer picnics, and roadside diners across the country. But the story doesn't end there. As hot dogs spread across the country, different regions started putting their own spin on the classic dog. Let's take a quick tour. In Chicago, you've got the Chicago-style dog, which is an all-beef hot dog dragged through the garden with mustard, onions, relish, a pickle spear, tomatoes, sport peppers, and celery salt, all on a poppy seed bun. And whatever you do, don't ask for ketchup. Over in New York, street vendors are all about the classic dog with mustard and sauerkraut, sometimes with a little onion sauce. It's simple, but it's got that iconic New York flavor. In Detroit, you've got the Coney dog, a beef hot dog topped with a beef chili, onions, and mustard. It's messy, but oh so good. And let's not forget Seattle, where they're doing things a little differently with the Seattle dog. It's got cream cheese and grilled onions. Definitely a unique twist. Hot dogs aren't just a food. They've become a part of American pop culture. Think about all the movies and TV shows where characters are chowing down on hot dogs. And who could forget the famous Nathan's Hot Dog Eating Contest, held every 4th of July on Coney Island? It's a spectacle that's been going on since 1916. The hot dog eating contest is a wild event where participants eat as many hot dogs as they can in just 10 minutes. It's crazy, but it just goes to show how deep the love for hot dogs runs in America. Today, hot dogs are still going strong, but they've evolved. You've got your classic ballpark dogs, but now there are also gourmet hot dog shops and food trucks putting all kinds of creative spins on this humble dish. From vegan hot dogs to international flavors, the hot dog has come a long way from its simple beginnings. Whether you're grabbing a quick bite at a game, firing up the grill for a backyard BBQ, or trying out a funky new twist at a trendy food spot, the hot dog continues to be a beloved part of American cuisine. So there you have it. The delicious history of the hot dog. From ancient sausages to modern-day gourmet dogs, it's clear that this iconic food has a special place in our hearts and stomachs. Next time you take a bite of a hot dog, you can appreciate all the history packed into that bun. Thanks for joining me on this tasty journey. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment with your favorite hot dog topping, and don't forget to subscribe for more fun food history. Thanks for watching Behind Basics, and I'll see you in the next video. Keep it tasty, folks.